What am I doing? Get this prepped. Whoops. Just leaking my my background for no reason. Okay. I got the old microphone back and set up. So hopefully the audio quality is a little better. But I admittedly did not I can't find the screw. There's like a little third ring inside of the back of it. And I, for the life of me, can't find it. And that's like what connects the freaking microphone. So shoot. So it's kind of just like, it's just like sitting on top of the stand. It's not even like on there good. So I kind of got to be careful. If randomly my audio just like cuts out, it probably fell off the freaking stand and like broke. So it's okay. I just have to not touch it or like accidentally bump it or anything like that. Okay. Let me get this going real quick. I'm just gonna check audio and all that good stuff, and then we'll get started. Oh, I'm on the wrong scene. There we are. So today, I think it was yesterday or maybe 2 days ago, 1 day ago, I put out the full VOD for my concert. We held this concert almost a month ago now. We held this concert on February 21st and 22nd to celebrate the anniversaries of Zelda and Animal Crossing 40th and 25th, respectively. And I think it was a pretty good concert. It was pretty fun. Went well for the most part. And so, I don't know. Just wanted to like go back through, watch it. Give some behind the scenes comments, all that good stuff. Let me just double check audio real quick. Let's get the tuning going. It sounds fine, probably. If anything, maybe this is a little loud, but like there's probably fine. Take a second to appreciate the on-screen effects. Wow, do you see that? That was pretty cool. It sounds fine, probably. If anything, maybe this is a little loud. Honestly, like there's probably fine. Honestly, the original loudness was like not that bad. Okay, let's get this rolling. I have the scores pulled up, but I did it in a different tab because I'm stupid. Yeah, it doesn't let me join the tab, so that's a little unfortunate. I literally have like all of my I have them like queued up, but I did it in a different Chrome profile, so I can't freaking drag them over onto here. So I guess we're just gonna have to do it in the moment. That's fine. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me not leak random stuff for no reason. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Here's like my quartet folder in my drive. And this is just the concert sheet music specifically. 40 pieces, ladies and gentlemen. 40 pieces. Anyways, this thing is freaking an hour and a half long, so let's get this rolling. Honestly, I think like the beginning is strong. It's kind of going to become a consistent theme, but I could have played a little louder for sure. There's also a little bit of snow. You can hear that audio snow in the background, which is kind of annoying. that like fuzz, but I tried with noise gates and stuff, and I just couldn't quite remove it. It's even on this main mic here, this one on the floor. It's because we had fans set up, so we had like one here and one on the other side as well. We had fans in the whole room, especially on this day. The other day, the first day, this is the second night of the concert. The first night of the concert, the like background music wasn't, or sorry, background music. The background noise wasn't so bad because there was only like 2 fans on, and they were far away, and also we only turned them on after the intermission because we were like, God damn, it's hot in here. So unfortunately there's a little bit of fuzz. Pretty strong there. Yeah, I could have had the score pulled up, but like whatever. Oh, I'm gonna have to back every time. This one's beautiful. I love this piece. This is in the first night. This is the first night spot. It's kind of funny. Looking back, I went through the microphone recordings for both nights, and it's kind of 50-50. We like half of the songs we did better on the first night. The other half we did better on the second night. I was like, that's kind of funny. It's not to say we did bad on either night, but just like which one I preferred more. It's like kind of 50-50 split down the middle. Which night was better? Thought that was funny how that worked out. This was definitely one of our stronger songs though. So beautiful, especially in this church. You're gonna hear later, especially in the Zelda section. Oh man, the reverb in this spot was so good. It has like occasional road noise, which I don't know, you might hear like trucks or like honking maybe. There's also weird like clicking there, right there, you just heard it. I don't know what that was. I can't really remember. I think that stops later on. So maybe that clicking was like us setting stuff up, because this was still in the first like 20 minutes of the concert. So maybe it's that. Because we had some tripods on my first night. I brought cameras that I borrowed to try and record it in a little bit higher quality than this, because this is actually just recorded on a phone. So yeah, I brought actual cameras, and then we had like tripods set up here, like in the second row, but the cameras kind of like died really fast, so I was like, frickin', might as well just go with the phone the whole time. But maybe that is what the clicking is, because we were having some issues with the tripods. Those things were like 10 years old, maybe older, honestly. This transition right here, not too bad. I missed the bowing, but that's okay. Yeah, honestly, Animal Crossing has some beautiful stuff. This is another one. This is another case where I could have played louder for sure, unfortunately. Bless you. There also, I considered playing this line, Sol A, in like third or something like that, just for like the different timbre. Pretty. But I wasn't confident enough in it, because you have to shift down, especially on these earlier sections. So I was like, It's not in a strong third, so I just like decided to go for notes. Nice. I thought about just posting the whole thing, but the full video was like kind of freaking long, so I decided to cut stuff down, add in those little cute transitions, you know what song we're on, all that stuff. This is another one of our strong ones. Honestly, this one made me really happy. I heard, I was like doom scrolling, because I don't know, of course I was, and this song was like the background music of one of the videos I came across, and I like sent it to my cellist Fakella, because I was like, oh my god, that's so cool that like we played that. It's just kind of fun. Frickin' I added timestamps for this whole thing if anyone is interested to find like specific songs. Unfortunately, they don't come up as chapters because YouTube is stupid. I think you I don't know for sure, but I think you have to verify to get chapters, which is so goofy to me. That gliss by there by me. Wow, clean. Nice. Pretty strong. Pretty fast. Quick little song. KK cruising. Ba-ba-boom. So there's actually a little bit of a story behind this one. This one is kind of freaking hard, and it was added. Oh, I don't even have a score for it. It was added really late. Bam, bum, bum. I wish I played that gliss louder because it's a nice little gliss, but you can't hear it. Yeah, frick, man, these rhythms are not that easy. So I actually wrote this maybe like as late as like a month before the concert. I don't even remember why I added it in. I think it just kept like, I kept hearing it in my head. And I was like, oh, you know what, that's such a bop, I gotta add it. Because it is a really fun little piece, and I wanted to play something kind of more jazzy, you know? This is a solo that Sean's playing here. I don't know if it's random this one. Oh, it is actually, yeah. Pretty cool. But yeah, this is actually adapted from this dude right here. He made, it was a jazz, it was a brass quintet, question mark, if I remember correctly. It was definitely on brass. I forget if it was like saxophones or something. But I basically just like transposed it to a slightly easier key. And it actually cuts off super early. So if you look in the original, where we stopped. Oh, this is the simplified one. I don't have the old one. In the old one, we'll just let it play a little more, I guess. In the background. If I can find it. God damn, so many songs in this freaking concert, dude. I'll talk more about that later. I don't know why I added so many songs. But anyways, not only did the rhythm used to be way harder, like this, these rhythms are not that easy to count. But the version we heard in the concert ends like right here, I think. In the original, there's a key change. It goes up a fifth. Whatever that's called, a modulation or whatnot. And I was like, it's only like freaking 10 more measures or whatever, and to like suffer in this harder key, and like it's just too much. So I made a simplified version. I cut out the harder rhythms. I simplified them a lot, actually. Half notes, eighth to quarter, dotted quarter. Just to, it doesn't line up perfectly. When we played it live, we just lined it up with these 16ths so it sounded better. I didn't want to have to write that. That's part of why it was hard to read, is freaking like pick up 16th. It's like, bro, what the hell? What are we doing here? Yeah. And then I ended it early and finished it in just D major. Which, what even is this chord? It's definitely dissonant, but G, B flat, G, D. So maybe some kind of G major? No, can't be. So it might be an E chord, some kind of like E7. But it sounds very resolved. Or it sounds good. Yo, good show, Sean. Yeah, that intro is fun. That triplet. Oh my god, I keep forgetting I gotta do the backup thing into it. But yeah, KK Cruisin'. I gave them the music for the simplified version literally on the last rehearsal before the concert, which, by the way, was at Sean's house. So silly. How many times do I gotta back up here? There we are. I totally messed this frickin' stuff up. This is probably not supposed to be gliss. It's probably supposed to be separate. Da-da-da. I just wasn't confident as a player to do that. Repeat to the top. There's also these chords. They're not hard per se, just two low 4. Maybe 2 extended 3 if you're cocky, but I really think it's 4. They're not super hard to hit, but just the thing with a quartet, and I should have mentioned this in KK Cruisin', is like brass has it easier, right? Because their notes are just the notes. Strings, it moves around the fingerboard, right? No, like it's not always just dead on A. Sometimes it's a little flat, sometimes it's a little sharp. So keeping in tune with everyone gets harder and harder the more notes you have to play at a time. So usually double stops, I try to write them to be at least one note open, like here for example. Or like very simple intervals. Sixths are pretty good intervals when you're in first position. Fifths are also decent intervals. This kind of fourth interval, not always the easiest. So I kind of cheated. I only played this G sharp, C sharp chord like sometimes. Frick, we're already on the next song. Frick, man, I played the so soft. Same case though. This probably didn't have to be written in treble clef, but I think it was slightly easier to read. I don't know. I like passing the melody around. You'll notice in a lot of my arrangements, if not all of them, kind of everyone gets a stab at the melody, except for cello. Although freaking just even cello gets it in this one. Yeah, here we go. Which this is really hard. I don't know if it's really hard, but it's definitely not easy. Look how high up that is. By the way, I asked him. I was like, I can put it in tenor clef. He's like, nah, leave it in bass. Okay. Such a beautiful ending to that piece there. Yeah, I try to pass the melody around, not only to play with like the timbre that the audience is listening to, but also each musician kind of gets to give their interpretation to it, you know? Like where they add vibrato and whatever. So like arrangements where it's like a pop song, it's more normal that like only violin one gets melody, but even those I try to like move it around because it's just like, I don't know. If you're like a violist that just plays accompaniment stuff the whole time, get bored. And viola, honestly, I've grown to love viola. We'll hear it in a sec here. Right here. I love how violas sound. Last year or so, I started really playing viola more often because orchestras need them bad. Like, a lot of the time, if you join an orchestra, viola is going to be like the smallest section. And because I was kind of able to play multiple instruments, I would just honestly tell the conductor, like, hey, whatever you need, just put me on that. And most of the time that was viola. And yeah, playing viola, man, it's a really nice sound. I missed my entry there. But yeah, I've really come to appreciate viola. I think everyone kind of dogs on it, including me. But yeah, I mean, sometimes it can really shine. I think I did an okay job of making viola have some oomph in this concert for sure. I think there's some songs where it's like the only melody. That was the chair moving back, god damn it. Snuck in there. Yeah, so the roost was supposed to be like the sad ending where it's like, oh, okay, that's the end of the Animal Crossing section. A nice, gentle goodbye. And then, surprise, KK Bubblegum. Just sneak that in there, a little last minute upbeat thing. What the hell? I don't know what that means. Oh, freaking, it's probably on one line, isn't it, for them? Yeah. Oh, that's not super fun to read. It's easy, though. Yeah, how do you not have KK Bubblegum in there, man? And it sounds so good on strings, I think, in my opinion. Such a fun line. And with that is the Animal Crossing section done already. You'll notice that we are 16 minutes into this hour-and-a-half long video. Dude, this one is freaking hard. This, I had to include it because it's the Breath of the Wild main theme. And it is a banger, don't get me wrong, but frick, it's hard. Do I hit the harmonic in this? Kind of. Like, it's really not meant to be played on a quartet for sure. And so, you know, whatever. This is also one of the ones that we didn't practice as much because I unfortunately didn't finish writing it until like maybe 4 weeks before the concert. And that's kind of my bad. There was actually a lot of... If I could do this all again, I think the main thing I would do is start like 2 months earlier so the music was done. Because yeah, I feel bad that frickin' it wasn't there. But I love this part. And this is actually simplified. The violin one part used to be way harder, but I had to simplify it because I was like, yeah, making him learn this in like 1 week that's hell. Like, nah. I love this cello line. Oh, sorry, it's on the next one. Oh, that's so cool. And then this cello part. Oh, so cool. Boom. Those chords. Had to sneak those in there. I mean, they're easy. They're easy. See, like, it's hard picking recordings because I hit that gliss a lot better on the second night, but I think overall the first night recording was better. Although, here's a perfect example. The stables is gonna cut. Look, it cuts like halfway through to the second night because the first half was better. I don't know. I made some interesting decisions with like choosing recordings or whatever. God damn, it sounds so good in this church, man. It's so humongous that the reverb, the natural reverb is just, so delicious. And I think Sean just like played it perfectly there. And then yeah, see, we cut to the second night. Honestly, I'm sorry. I'm gonna play it one more time, dude. So light, so well played. Honestly, like I was like, when I first listened to that, I was like, oh my gosh, studio recording. Yeah, this piece didn't have too many issues with it. That part right there didn't sound too bad, but it has like a weird writ, which is kind of clunky to lead. It's not that fun to lead. We survived though. The cello line. And then this part. This part was so hard to lead. I couldn't really figure it out. I wrote in cues in my version. And we've survived. It sounded okay. But, leading a writ while you're playing moving stuff and they have separate times. The cello moves at a different time than the viola. And like, yeah, not easy. Not easy at all. I think that was fine. Chest opening was kind of quirky, bro. I kind of did not like playing that. It's like a weird pattern on violin. This is one of the ones that was not my personal arrangement. I just went through and touched it up to add in like easier notes and like what's it called, formatting. Hit that. Oof, clean. One more time. I smiled there. Yeah. Not the easiest line for a cello, but he got it. That was good. Yeah, that D flat is not fun to play, probably. Can he do it again, though? My goat. Yeah. They were so locked in this concert, man. The fact that we were able to play at all these pieces, like to the level that we did, is just like, it's crazy. 40 pieces seems like a lot, and it is a lot, but it seems even more so like when you're having to learn them. Those rehearsals were tragic. We only got one full run-through rehearsal. This is another one where the church just, oh, it sounds so good in here. Beautifully played by Sean, of course, and just, this is a good arrangement too. I'm pretty sure I didn't do this one. Or at the very least, I only like touched it up. Yeah, no. Moki Aya. I don't know if I said that right. this cello part. Not super easy, but it's really nice. It is really pretty. Yeah, I just added in like this part right here. These like chords coming back in and then formatting all that stuff. I forgot what I was talking about before I got distracted. Oh, yeah, frick, man. We only did one full run through ever because it's so long. Like one practice run through. Ugh, beautiful. Yeah, 40 songs is freaking long. I'm never gonna have a set list that long again. But you know, go big or go home for my very first concert, I guess. Jesus, these poor musicians. Nah, they're all amazing, man. I'm surprised none of them were like, do we want to like cut this down? Do we want to just do like 30 songs instead? We joked about it a couple of times, but we probably should have actually considered it because like, holy frick. Hour-and-a-half long set list is kind of brutal, especially because these aren't very nice. These aren't easy songs. Like I played 2 or 3 hour long stuff when it's like pop songs that you can like sight read. That's fine. These are not sight readable songs. Speak of the Devil, Ocarina of Time, man. Very interesting rhythms. So originally I had them playing chords. Well, all of us, I guess. But I was like, these chords are just way too hard to keep in tune, like consistently. So we changed it to just be slurs. You just slur to the next note and don't play the bottom note anymore. Unless you're cello, in which case you have to go back, because that's the bass note. And honestly, I think it came out pretty good for like how many quirks it had. I think it sounds pretty good on string quartet. A little bit of rubato there on the rhythm. Another case where I took out the chords because hell nah. This fifth, in theory, is easy, but tuning that fifth, especially that A, I just couldn't hit it consistently enough. I was just like, yeah, screw it. Just gonna play the bottom note. We'll just do octaves. It's fine. It's just candy, you know. Like it's just a fifth. It's fine. This part's cool. Yeah, a great part of this like little project. I never knew this part of the song because I didn't play Ocarina of Time, and I only really knew that like beginning piano intro because like it's kind of iconic. But this part is like really cool sounding as well. A little bit of a dissonant chord at the end there. I love doing that in these pieces. Let me analyze that. I can't do this quick enough. E. Oh, very dissonant. What are we looking at here? Wow, what is this chord? Some kind of C major, I think. Yeah, some kind of C major, but the we have a D in there, a second, which is I don't even know if it counts as a chordal tone or not. B, yeah, so C, some kind of C7 with a second thrown in there for the D. I guess that's a ninth, right? Like a C9, just like voiced differently, maybe. I guess so, yeah. Anyways, yeah. Ocarina of Time. Now, what's funny is this one actually used to, I don't even know if it has the updated version. I love this, by the way. Arranging this was super hard, but it was worth it. I think I'm pretty proud with how it came out. Frick, I exported it so fast I didn't even put my arranger's credit there. I usually just do A, B, C. So if you see C there or B there, it's because I did it so fast. Oh, whoops. And I exported with the second viola by accident. Yeah, this used to originally be on cello. I gave cello melody with a mute. And he could do it, but it was just it wasn't as carefree, you know? It's supposed to be a very weightless melody that's just kind of floating through space. And also our violist really wanted it. He was like, please let me play that melody. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. Here you go. It's written a little quirky, but it's just because I didn't want it to be 9 million pages or have to write in some kind of weird clause. So I think this is probably the best way to write it, in my opinion. It comes by viola. It's kind of fun. The violins have to take over the viola part for a little bit while he gets to switch to bow. Very tasteful soul. Beautiful. A little bit of unwritten retard at the end there. Very nice finish on that. Cass's theme. Oh, I don't even have a score for it. Oh well. This is a piece very near and dear to my heart. This is probably one of the first video game arrangements I ever did. This one's old. I wonder if I can find it. Let's not leak my email here. But yeah, I remember writing this still in high school. And it just works so well on string quartet. Everything it falls very naturally, I think. And the cello part, I kind of made up. The chords here are, I think, very fun. And the second violin line here. How it goes down instead of up. Always gonna have a soft spot for Cass's theme. Jesus. It has a weird echo. Yeah, I think I didn't sync the audio perfectly here, unfortunately. That really sucks. It's probably off by like a nanosecond. Because there's like a weird reverb or like echo or something. I also look at this 5/4 bar here. Let's just skip to the. I guess not. Yeah, the more I listen to it, the more I'm pretty sure the audio is not synced. It's a shame. Dude, it was so freaking hard though. So here's the file for it. And this is, the bottom is like mic recordings. The microphone you see on the floor down there. And then the top, the phone audio I kept in because it actually doesn't sound that bad. And it adds like a little bit of like volume. But yeah, if they're desynced even a little bit, then it doesn't sound great. Yeah, frick, man. Cutting this down was not fun, let me tell you. Here's all the transitions and stuff, the text. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the editing process probably took me like 4 hours, if not longer. And this is supposed to be like a quick little thing just to get it out there, so yikes. I love Kome. Let's do a little fun, let's do Testa. Just out of curiosity, because this is something we were like kind of joking about. Okay, so we're right around 120. We sometimes in rehearsal sped up so much. You can hear the violin 1 slow down there to try and keep tempo. Oh, we're already above tempo though, 108. This part is really not easy to keep time on because no one plays on beat 1. Look at that. Hey, I love that ending. The left-hand pits. I think that's so fun. We did a pretty good job of not rushing. It's actually not written in, but I thought getting right into it was a little weird. So I told him to like take a little solo, just play the melody like slow and dramatic, and then hop into the. So we just hit the beginning. Here comes the A. I think this is another piece that really benefited from being in this church, man. It really fills the space. We probably could have pushed tempo a little bit more, but whatever, who cares? This ending's a little quirky, but I had no idea how to end this piece, so that's what I came up with. See if you like it or not. And a little flavor. That's C natural. That's C natural on top of the D major chord. Or sorry, D minor chord actually. D minor. Kakariko. Yeah, so this one was also another one of those ones that was not that fun to keep in time. Sean actually improvised that little run there. He was like, you know what? Since I have the solo for the whole piece, I'm just gonna make stuff up. You guys do your own thing. Don't even listen to me. So we were like, okay. Sounds pretty good. Cause yeah, to be fair, his part's kind of boring. A nice. It's a beautiful piece. It's just this. This. You hear that improv there? That's good. Yeah. I'm smiling. I'm like, that's pretty good. And he did like a different thing every time too, so that was cool. What's it called? Yeah, frick, this accompanying part is clearly like, it was originally written for guitar, and even this rhythm, you can tell like, okay, that's a guitar, just like taken apart. I do that sometimes in my arrangements, but I really try not to. This isn't my arrangement. I'm sure it can sound really good, especially if we had more time to practice it. We probably only ran this piece like twice. But yeah, that like arpeggiated stuff on string quartet is just not consistent enough to do it for the entire song. So, but I think we got away with it. It's fine. Sounds okay. Sounded fine. Dude, my sitting posture this entire concert was so bad. Don't look at it. So was my playing posture. Don't look at that either. I'm gonna get better, guys. Trust, okay? Next year, when I'm on my music major, I'm gonna practice so freaking hard. I will be better. I will. I love Midnight's Lament. This song is really fun. Oh, I don't have a score for this either. Oh, frick. Wow, yeah, like the January 10, man. Kind of last minute. So this has some really interesting stuff where it kind of changes from 3/4 to 6/8. It goes from a 3 pattern to 2. The cello part is not that fun, but he did a good job of playing it. Especially later on with these accidentals, some of them are not that easy to play. This part coming up is hard. It's really hard to keep in time. Yeah, so this part is like right around here at E. Now we're in like 2, kind of. It's very cool. Yeah, there was originally a repeat. Our cellist was like, hell no. It's kind of a long song anyway, so I was kind of trying to cut the repeat anyways. I love this song. It's so fun. Oh, it's not even written in here. Yeah. I kind of added that decoration like last minute. I guess it didn't make it into this version of the score. This is so hard. What song? I think it was Caleb City that I know this song from. Is this the drug dealer song? People who don't know what I'm talking about are gonna be so confused right now. I think it is. But yeah, oh my god, that 11 template, man, frick. Sounds good though. Yeah, a lot of these songs just repeat forever, so I just kind of had to like be like, okay, that's where it ends. This is one of the songs that I was like, what? That's from Zelda? Like, I didn't know. I knew the song, but I didn't know it came from. I forget what game this is from. Legend of Zelda. It's from Ocarina of Time. What the hell? Yeah. It's so cool. That's same for Animal Crossing. A couple songs I found where I like heard it as like YouTuber outro music and whatnot. I was like, what? It's from that game. So cool. This is another one that we didn't practice that much. And we took out the repeat. We're like, survived. This one, I'm really proud of this arrangement. I think it's fun. His rag falls every song. I love like playing with that kind of stuff. Passing the melody between people. Yeah, I like that arrangement a lot. It's fun. And it's not that hard either. Master Koga battle, man. That gliss double stop. Yeah, frick. This is one of the songs that almost didn't make it. I almost didn't add it. Cause I'm like, it's kind of gnarly. It's kind of hard to write. But I'm glad I added it. This part. It's so fun. I freaking love this song, man. And that gliss from the B flat to the B natural. It's so good, man. I love this song. I think it's a perfect end before the intermission. This ending's kind of quirky, though. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. This ending's kind of weird. It's another one of those songs that like it doesn't or well, it does have an ending, but it's way later. The song's way longer. It actually goes into a key change somewhere earlier, and I was like, nah. So I just kind of like wrote my way into this ending, and I don't know. What the hell was that? Yeah, I don't know. This I kind of just like made up this ending out of nowhere, but I think it's okay. But yeah, Frank, I love this piece, man. It's so fun, and I think it's kind of like that perfect blend where it's like a banger, but like it's like underground. Like I feel like not a lot of people know about this piece, even Zelda fans. Um, so I don't know. It's like that perfect mix of like introducing new music, but it's still like interesting and fun, and blah blah blah. Here's Outside Island. We have now reached the halfway mark. God damn, this concert's long, man. Frick. That I love. I just have to pause to talk about that. That happened earlier in Animal Crossing, the very first piece, New Horizons. But the fact that they're birds, like if I were to add like a bird cacawing or like whatever, like a bird sound effect into this piece to like add ambiance, that's exactly where I would add it. And it happened like real life, just like organically. I'm trying so hard not to laugh. So he puts his bow down and then he pizzes for the rest of the song. And even though it's pizzicato, it's admittedly not a very fun pizzicato part. It's kind of hard. Because yeah, some of these octave jumps are a little uncomfortable, let's say. And also, you can't see because of the sand. He pits with one finger. Yeah, you can see his index hopping around. As a guitarist, pitching with multiple fingers is kind of like what I go to. That's like my default. But I understand in classical that's like not that normal, I suppose. It definitely makes this piece way harder though. All these string crossings with one finger, not easy. It's also just a long song, especially with this repeat in here. I thought about cutting the repeat, but my violinists and violists, they love this song. And honestly, I do too, man. I catch myself humming it all the time. So they're like, no, don't get rid of the repeat. I was like, okay. Meanwhile, the cellist in the corner, please. Little reference there. Repeat all the way back to the beginning. This was not my range, man. It was another one where I just like tweaked some parts. I guess it didn't show up in the download. When I do the other thing, I'm gonna put out a MuseScore, like a digital version of this, basically, where it's all the pieces, but like the MuseScore playback. Perfect pits there. And when I do that, I'll of course have the credits for like each arranger and probably the composers as well if I can. Because yeah, it doesn't always show up on the sheet music for some reason. I forget who was the arranger of this. It wasn't me though. I just had to rewrite some of the rhythms because they were a little interesting. And then like swap some parts around. Here we are. Outset Island. Such a beautiful piece. Bless you. This one's fun. I don't even remember where this is from. Like the show, maybe? But I remember coming across this and I was like, oh, why does this kind of hit? But yeah, there's actually way less songs on the second half. It's like 25 to 15 is the ratio. I guess that's not way less, it's just 5. But these ones are longer. So that's why the times are like pretty much dead even. This is another song that had double stops that not all of them made it to the concert. Because some of them are just not. This is such a cool rhythm. This section right here. And then this one had a quirky thing. To save pages, repeat the second time the violin joins in, and viola plays the bottom the second time to fill in the chord. I don't know, a little bit of a quirky decision, but I think it sounds good. Beckless. Sol A. Da-da-da-da. Bum, bum. This is another one of those songs that was like fun to play. This ending, I just had to come up with something. The rag always has to fall. It's like the prophecy, it has to fall. Yeah, I don't know, that ending, I think it works, whatever. Most of these, I just had to come up with an ending. Gerudo. This song is so freaking hard, man. Also, why do we go so fast? Is this tempo? This feels faster than 120. It's close to. I guess so. Guess that is 120. Yeah, this, man, I didn't know how to write this, to be honest. It's like simultaneously an arrangement that I'm proud of and an arrangement that I'm like not that proud of. It's weird because I think it's written well, but it just doesn't translate to string quartet, you know? These rhythms, these 16th rhythms, it's like a tremolo, but it's measured and it's like rhythmic. It's not, yeah, not only is it hard to play in time consistently, it's hard to like not get tired. This is this is a freaking, it's an arm workout. Yeah, it's hard. And then you have to like, sometimes you have chords. I'm lost. I really just did my own thing, to be honest. I listened for beat 1 and I was like, okay, cool. It's so tricky. So like sometimes you have to take the chords because they're like, yeah. This is played in like an interesting like third position. And I dropped this down the second time so that the cello taking melody wouldn't feel as weird, because it can't be up the octave and then drop to the lowest. I think this part's cool. Yeah. That was hard. That one's really hard. I think we did pretty good though, honestly. And you know what's funny is I guess we did really good because that's the only song that got copyright struck. 40 pieces, 40 songs from Animal Crossing and Zelda, both Nintendo franchises or whatever. 40 songs, and only one of them got copyright struck. And it was that one, Gerudo Valley. That's the only one that got like flagged by the system. It doesn't do anything besides monetization, which like let's keep it real. I'm not making any money from this anyways. But yeah, I thought that was funny. I was like, what the hell? I definitely expected more than one. Like it was either gonna be all or nothing kind of thing, you know? But nope, only Gerudo Valley. Maybe over time it'll like flag more of them, but like I don't know. I just thought that was funny. Song of Healing is really nice on piano, and honestly, I think it translates pretty well to a quartet as well. Like, I think if we recorded this in a studio, it would go pretty well. I'm decently proud of this arrangement. Is Totian. It was originally for, was it for quintet? It was something weird. It was like, it had a bass and it also had like 2 violas or something like that. So I just kind of like crunched it down and condensed it. I think it's pretty good. Holy, he's up there. My phrasing there was bad. I could have phrased that melody a lot better. Oh, my strings came untied. Yeah, another thing I just wanted to say, Paper. Arco second time. The song's so short, there's no need to make it 2 pages just for one thing. So I always advise people do that, you know. Find ways to make it 1 page if you can. Yeah, I just didn't have the melody in my head. I was like still in second violin mode. I think this part's nice. I love giving cello the melody to like close stuff out. Just makes it feel round. Yeah, frick, my phrasing sucks. Oh well. King's Request was a song that I hadn't really heard of, or like, you know. Oh yeah, I made like a couple versions of this one. And this was good, man. I love this song. It's got very cool parts. That's so fun too. So this is where it changed. I got rid of this triplet stuff. It was just too messy. The fact that the violin 1 melody and the viola melody are already doing separate things. Adding a third person doing something different in there is like, it's a little too much. So I just made violin to double viola. Keep it simple, keep the melody strong. Oh, ran out of bow a little bit there. Ah. Yeah, I like Mifas. Mifas, love Mifas, man. What a beautiful, beautiful piece. And of course, like the obligatory mention of mi, fa. I think that's cool. Mi, fa. That drop to E flat is just so good. Such a beautifully written piece, man. It's made for piano, and don't get me wrong, it sounds amazing on piano. This is actually one of the first songs I ever learned on piano, if I remember correctly. But does it sound good on string quartet too? Man. That high cello part, beautiful, beautiful. And this is one of the few cases where I think that arpeggiated chord works. So like, we have them each playing like the steps, right, of a chord. But I think it works because this song is super slow. It's 80. So you can really measure those eighths. And like give them each note gets the value it wants. This is another hard one for cello, man, but he hits those, bro. He hits those. Yeah, frick, man, that jump is crazy, but he hit it. This is a really fun one. I was not gonna include this one either. But I was like, last minute I might as well. I have literally every other champion theme in there. I gotta include Urbosa, and honestly, it's a good one. I like it. I couldn't include the Gerudo, like day theme or whatever. So this is like a good compromise because it has the same melody-ish. And it's kind of cool. It has some really interesting like dissonant parts. I'll point it out when it comes back. Oh, actually, it doesn't come back. It's only in the first time. This open A. Oh, he plays it. And it's kind of fun. They, we hold harmonics throughout this. That's also a cool rhythm that you don't see that often. This right here. Poor cello, man. So many like triple octave or double octave jumps. Hey, but he gets melody though, so it's fine. Rivali's another really beautiful piece. And I think it works really well on cello. See, like, this is another example of where it can work well. Spreading out what should be like a piano chord is like, it's kind of like leading, right? And it's I don't know if I want to say gimmicky, but it's like you only use it sparingly. That's hard to hit. Such a beautifully written theme, man. This is freaking impossible. Lining that up is not that fun. But yeah, all the Champions themes honestly are very well written in my opinion. This was like one of the first pieces I found when putting this thing together. It was like in the original like 20, including Animal Crossing. I barely touched this arrangement at all. I think I maybe changed like a couple measures. I think I just changed like Viola at some point had like, I think Viola had like this or something. It had something like really high and I was like, that's kind of hard. So I just gave it to violin 2. See, like, yeah. So Viola, I think originally had this. I was like, that's too hard. Just leave them in first. But yeah, I listened to this and when I first heard it, I was like, okay, I have to include that. It's so fun. It's great. And isn't it crazy that like this song, it's just like hidden away. It's just for one little mini game in like the entire thing. I don't know if it's only one. It might show up a couple times, but like I don't know, man. Yeah, I like that theme a lot. It's cool. I think he played that perfectly. I remember learning this on. I forgot to change that again. I remember learning this on guitar. Oh, that's so fun too, man. Bum, bum, bum. Somehow we did that in time. I think that tremolo thing, that's not in the original song. It wasn't written by me either. Some other person came up with that. I was like, oh, that's cool. That actually works really well. Lovely. So goofy. Puzzle theme. This one is so freaking hard. Hateno Village is like, it sounds really nice and serene and nice. Oh my god, this song is so hard to play. In time, yeah. Like, we honestly needed to like give downbeats on every single measure because it was like, oh frick, this is hard to count. Especially with these like triplet, 30-second garbage going on. The first night, I kind of messed it up, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably my fault, I didn't conduct it that well. But we practiced it before the second show and I think it went better. Oh, a little shaky, but we got it back together. There we go. Honestly, a couple of these songs were kind of saved by just like the fact that because I wrote all of this, I like kind of memorized how it goes and I was able to like know where we were without like counting, and I think that kind of saved my butt a couple times. Yeah, not an easy piece to play at all. It also has a repeat. We cut the repeat. I also just didn't even write an ending for it. It just ends like that. Because, you know, I got to the end, I was like, it doesn't sound noticeably bad. Screw it, that's the ending. Because this was like a month before the concert. And I was like, I'm so tired. I've written so much music. And like, I need to get this out to my musicians so that they can like start practicing it. So like, yeah, screw it, freaking, it's done. Like, whatever. I love Drooks. Dun 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 dun. Ba, ba. This one has a little bit of history too. This is actually one of my first arrangements I've ever done, although it wasn't for string at the time. When I wrote it was actually for piano, 2 violins, bass, and trumpet, which is a very interesting ensemble that isn't the most common. Because my friend played trumpet, so I gave it to him. I kind of wrote it for him. I couldn't find a piano player though, so I was sad. But I think it translates pretty well to quartet. Kind of had to... that quarter line coming in is so nice. I think I rushed this song a little bit. I played it kind of quickly. I should have taken a deep breath and like slowed down a little bit because yeah, it's such a beautiful song. This one, oh my gosh. When I was first putting this quartet or this concert together, like 3, 4, 5. There we go. So this was actually in very interesting time signatures. Notice I said signatures, plural. Ugh. Oh, I don't have a score for this? Tragic. It switches between 6/4 and 5/4 like kind of often. Figuring that out when I was first writing it was like, I was like, oh my god, my brain. It's kind of obvious though. If you conduct along to it, you can very clearly feel the changes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah. This song, when I was first putting the concert together, that's the thought that I was gonna finish and I'd stopped. I knew it was gonna be in this concert. When I imagined putting this concert together, I knew this was gonna be in there because I freaking love this song. This is a song that I like unironically listen to. That part's hard. That part's so hard. But yeah, frick. When I started writing it, because this was one of the first songs I started writing. Like probably the first like 2 weeks of writing music for this concert. I started and stopped like so many times. I was like, I just couldn't quite get it to work. It was very clunky. But I'm glad that I didn't give up on it and I went back to it probably like 2 months before the concert. And I sat down and I just wrote it in one sitting. And I was like, I'm just getting through this now. And I think it came out pretty good. Honestly, I would love to hear a recording of this. It's not the easiest quartet in the world, but I think it's worth it. I think it translates very well. I think I did an okay job of writing it. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Sorry, I just had to do my own horn there. I played that perfectly, I think. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie. This probably should have been our closer. Kogero probably should have been our last song. It's the perfect mix between like fast and fun, but not super hard. Because Tears of the Kingdom, you're gonna see, freaking hard. Not the best closer, especially because we didn't practice it that much. I feel like I've been saying this a lot, but this is actually another song that almost didn't make the cut. Also, yeah, frick. It's originally in like 6 flats or something cooked like that. I forget. But yeah, I changed it to C major so quick. Hell no. Or, well, I guess this is an A minor, actually, probably. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this almost didn't make the cut. Because it's just another song that I have to write. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so much music. But it kept popping back in my head. Same as KK Cruisin'. It kept, like, this cello rhythm, by the way. That's so hard. Anyways, yeah, it kept like coming into my head, same as KK Cruisin', where I was like, oh my god, it's so catchy. It's like it's an earworm. Like, it's a sign. I gotta just freaking write this thing. So same thing. I sat down, I wrote it in like literally one afternoon. I was like, let's just do it. And honestly, I'm really happy with how it came out. I think it's kind of fun. I really like came to love this piece a lot. Yeah, frick. I love that one, man. I like that one a lot. Okay, I'm gonna pause it here for a second. Yeah, that one actually has 3 endings, 3 optional endings I put in. So the first optional ending is you just end there, and you leave it hanging. The second optional ending is you play this thing, and you end it after this. Leave it hanging. Or third optional ending, actually I guess there's 4, is right after this one, this hanging one, dun, 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 and then you finish on the chord, bam. Or do what we did in the concert where you play through this first ending and then you play this chord. I think that's the best one in my opinion, but I don't know, I thought it was kind of fun to visit my Ko-Fi. True, that guy, he speaks the truth. Anyways, okay, frick, here we go. This kind of dude, oh my god, Minus aura. Yeah, frick, man. I wasn't ready. I counted in two, or I counted like the 1-2 because it's a 2-quarter pickup, and I was like, okay, here we go. And then I realized I was not ready. I was expecting a whole nother bar because every single time we practiced, I did 1 2 3 4 1 2, and I cut it short. And then so yeah, my poor violist, I juked him kind of hard there. God. Yeah, so that I messed that up. Honestly, I am really proud of this arrangement. This is actually the second version. Yeah, right there, version 2 remaster. It went through quite a few versions. Actually, I wonder if they're up on my Muse score still, or if I took them down. Honestly, it's version 2, it says, but this might be version 4. Because honestly, I really, really like this theme. I think it's very fun. It's just freaking hard. It's very quirky. It's definitely not meant to be played by a quartet. God damn it, I posted so much music this month. Frick. Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, I can't spell. Kingdom. 1, 2. Oh, I only have 2 live. Do I have the old one? Oh yeah, I have this one. Here. Yeah, so there is this version where everyone just has the same, and honestly, looking back, I probably should have gone with that in the concert because it's just easier, right? For your big finale, you want as little mistakes as possible because like people are going to remember the first thing they hear and the last thing they hear, and it's less cool. I like that I put in this 16th line is pretty noticeable to me at least, and it's very cool, and like I don't know, there's probably some fancier verbiage I could use here, but I don't know, it sounds cool, so I wanted to put it in. But realistically, I probably should have done this version. And then also there's some later parts that are simpler as well, like here, right here, in this one. I added this like 8th walk down and stuff like that. It's I changed around the parts a lot. It's just, yeah, there was like too many versions. And to be honest, I really do think that the one I ended on, this one, I think this is probably my favorite version. It's just probably not the one I should have brought for the concert. It's just, yeah, we really didn't have enough time to practice this piece as much as we needed to. Because, I mean, frick, man, 40-piece set list is crazy. So, you know, understandably, this piece didn't get the time it needed. And that's on me, man. I should have just gone with the easier arrangement for sure. I did that a couple times. Like KK Cruisin', I think went pretty well in the concert, and that's because I wrote like a simplified version. And took out the cursed key changes. Look at the key changes in this piece, by the way. We start in A flat major, which I don't even know what key this is. Then actually, it might be modal. No, sorry, this is F minor, right? Why do we have D in the root though? I don't know. Freaking the people who compose Zelda music are psychopaths. I love them. They write some crazy stuff. If you want to learn some in-depth music theory, study freaking video game music, and you will learn a lot. There's a YouTuber I love watching, Charles Cornell. He has some videos on it. Oh, he talks about Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, watch these videos. Really cool stuff. He really does a good job like diving into each part. But yeah, there's some crazy theory in these pieces. And when you listen to it, you don't even notice really. You're just vibing along. But yeah, key change there. And then freaking another key change. These are actually the original keys of the piece because I messed around with like modulating it. I messed around with moving it to easier keys, but the problem is because of these key changes later, like there would always be at least one cooked key signature, to the point where I was like, okay, let's just play it in the original key. A major's not A flat major, F minor, whatever. It's not that hard. It's hard for sure. D flats are quirky, and even A flats sometimes aren't like the most fun to play, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We can do it. So I kept it in the original key. Yeah, man, frick. I think, whatever. Like, what happened happened. It is what it is. Let's just freaking play it, bro. Yeah, so like, I honestly, like, I'm in the mindset where I'm just like, okay, let's just get this over with, which is not the mindset you should have. Always when you're playing, it should be, let's make the best music we can. Like, let's make it sound good, right? But I was, at the moment, I was like, oh my god, we've been playing for like 2 hours, like, this is the last concert, like, let's just grind through this, you know what I mean? Also, frick, man, look at that. November is when I uploaded that. Concert was, yeah, months in the making. I think we pulled it together in some parts. Some parts sounded very good, but it's on me as the guy who like scheduled the practices and like whatever. Like that sounded cool. This triplet part's hard. This part? I love that. That's so cool, right? And then this part, key change. So yeah, I don't know. In the future, I probably will put more time on like key pieces, because honestly in our rehearsals, oh, he hit that, let's go. I really focused on the hardest stuff, the stuff we made the most mistakes on, but I should have been focusing on the stuff that was like most important to the concert. This being a prime example. But whatever, like honestly, again, the fact that we got it to where it is in like 2 months of practice with such a freaking long set list, I'm so happy with how this concert went. My very first concert, like this is great. I have so much gratitude for my fellow musicians for grinding that out. All the people that helped me with this concert, man. I think it was like worth it. I put my intro speech at the end here.
Hello everyone.
Because
I don't get too far off track. My name is Lyric Leandro.
We just wanted to like start with a bang. My girlfriend was saying like just start with the music, and I was like, yeah, honestly that makes sense. So but I wanted to include the speech in there because it thanks people. So I just like stuck it in the end here. Anyways, we'll let this play through real quick.
4 months ago, I saw that Zelda's 40th anniversary was coming up, and I wanted to put a little concert together to celebrate that. At the time, I also, for some reason, thought that just Zelda music wouldn't be long enough, so I added on Animal Crossing, which is celebrating its 25th anniversary soon.
Yeah.
Now that we have a set list that's over an
Dumb.
hour long, we're kind of regretting that decision, but here we are.
Dumb, bro.
Unfortunately for
I should have done a Zelda only concert, but I didn't realize till late.
Doesn't exist. So I actually, over the last couple months, had to personally write a majority of the music we'll be playing today, but not all of it. So if you hear a few you don't like, those are the ones I didn't write, probably.
Jesus.
Before we get started, I'd like to thank
Kind of true though. I'm sorry, that's so mean. But yeah, it sucked. Oh yeah, let me play. Sorry, I'm talking over the thanks.
Alright, before we get the show started, I'd like to thank Director Dr. Boothby of the church for allowing us to play in this space. We played in that hall yesterday. They've been so accommodating. I'd like to thank my mentor, Mr. Masaki, my girlfriend, Kayleen, and
my mentor didn't come to either of the concerts. He was
way.
busy. Life happens.
And then, of course, a million thank yous to the awesome musicians behind me. This is only possible thanks to the hours and hours of hard work and dedication from them for free. So, if we could get a hand for Sean Alexander on violin, Daniel Schwaber on viola, and Patel Slover on cello.
Yay! Yeah, man, they're so. I can't believe they agreed to this.
Sophia, she's hiding in the back. She's helping with a bunch of stuff along the way. All 3 ways that I made her do. And then last but not least, a million thank yous to all of you guys. This is my first attempt at throwing something like this together, so you guys being here, showing up, means the world to me. We'll be starting off with the Animal Crossing section. Our first piece will be New Horizons. Without further ado, here's 40 pieces for 40 years. Please enjoy.
yippee. Yeah, so that's the concert, folks. That's the concert. Notes that I would have for people interested in doing something similar. Started even earlier than you think you need to. I started working on this. I'm going to be generous and say 6 months. The first time I reached out to a venue was 4 months in. But the music for it and the idea behind it, I started like 6 months before February. So whatever the math that is, August, at the beginning of the school year. And that really still wasn't enough time. Now, to be fair, a lot of that time went into writing music. Again, fat set list, dude. 40 pieces is kind of bonkers. You are going to be hard pressed to find a concert with that many pieces. Even if we cut out the Animal Crossing, we're talking like 30 pieces, which is still insane. So, like, definitely a lot of the time sink went towards writing music for me personally. So if the music exists already, you're already ahead, right? You've already got a leg up on me there. So if you're doing like classical stuff, if you're doing like, classical string quartets or like common pop songs that definitely have like muse score arrangements, stuff like that, you'll be fine. However, you should still start early on writing emails and phone calls and whatever to venues. I have a notes pad on my phone. It's kind of sad. It's a list of all the places that rejected me. And it's not really their fault because I think some of the last places I was calling, they only had like 2 weeks notice, which that's too short, but I was desperate. But even some places that I called like 2 months in advance, 3 months in advance, they said no. And you just kind of have to prepare for that, unfortunately. You just have to assume that stuff is not going to work out. Because it probably won't. Some places that I called that I was like, okay, I'll probably be able to get this venue, they were booked. Like when I called them in January, maybe December, late December, they were like, yeah, we're booked till May. What the hell? Booked till May? Yeah, frick. So that's just how it is. We played in churches, which are easier to get. You're more likely to get them for free, which we did. We played in these churches for free, which again, huge shout out to Church of the Crossroads. It's down by UH if you are on island. I kind of knew the director of the church, so that probably helped a little bit. Like I already knew him because I was actually in his choir like a year before. But he's like so kind that he probably would have done it anyways. But yeah, if you're looking to play in someplace for free, definitely get on that like super early. Places you could potentially play for free are like theaters, if you have those. Public theaters. Sometimes libraries, if you're able to set up an event. If you don't care who you're playing for and you're not like trying to like have like a concert like this where like we wanted to invite a lot of people, you could do like retirement homes. They always appreciate when you come to play, especially if you play like Christmas season, which is honestly great because Christmas music, there's so much of it. So yeah, do that. Go out, play for some elderly people. They'll definitely appreciate that. Churches, of course, as I said. Those are about the only places you can get for free, and those places probably need at least 2 months advance notice. Other tips are to have a backup plan for literally everything, because just stuff happens. Yeah, stuff happens, man. I had a church booked, and it was a paid church too. I didn't pay them yet, but we were like, okay, sure, let's have that slot. And then I guess because I didn't send the payment fast enough, they were just like, okay, we're just gonna give it to someone else. Which, by the way, mind you, was like 1 week. Which, like, I kind of get. I don't know. I'm probably in the wrong there. But yeah, I had them booked like 3 months in advance. And then they told me that they gave the spot away to like a different recital or something happening like 1 month before the concert. And I was like, oh, frick. I'm screwed. So luckily, this Church of the Crossroads, was like, okay, yeah, we got you, homie. Just freaking, you can do both concerts here. And I was like, oh my God, my savior, my king. Because I had Church of the Crossroads for a while. I don't know exactly how long, but they were like one that I had locked down. But only for one night, not for both. So yeah, frick. Other tips: don't get scammed. This QR code, don't even bother trying to scan it because you can't. It's been deactivated. Because freaking, I kind of got scammed. I'm not gonna say the name of the company that it was, but I didn't realize QR codes cost money sometimes. Apparently, this one does. It comes with a subscription. It's not even a one-time purchase, a subscription, and that subscription is $30 something. I think it's $35. That's. I hate to be harsh here, but that's kind of scummy, to be honest. It's a QR code, man. I could hand make this in Photoshop for free. And there's definitely websites where you can make it for free, for sure. And I just made the mistake of like clicking on the first link of Google because I was doing it in a rush. I think I made this like freaking 2 weeks before the concert. I was like, frick, I gotta get these things like printed. I gotta print these flyers so people like know that this concert exists. And so I just like I did it without like really like looking closely. And of course the one that I clicked on was the one that had a 7-day trial. So like 2 days before the concert, I got like a notification that the QR code wasn't working. People were telling me that they couldn't scan it because they freaking deactivated it because my free trial ran out. I thought the free trial was for like premium features, like making it turn rainbow or something, like making the QR in the shape of a heart or something cool like that. No, it's just to have a QR code. You have to pay. So I like literally had to. The flyers were already printed. The QR code was already out and released to the public. Like, I had basically no choice but to just cough up the money, because people like this has like location information for people who wanted to come. Like, they wouldn't have been able to find the spot without the QR. So I was like, oh, frick. So I paid the stupid frickin' subscription. $35 down the drain. Yeah, so don't do that. Don't get scammed. What else? I think just advertise earlier as well. I definitely could have advertised a lot earlier, got the word out. I didn't want to. I think in my mind, I like didn't want to advertise too early, and then people like lose interest. Like, if I like, oh, this concert sounds cool. What the heck? It's in 2 months, and then they forget about it. But honestly, that's probably not a factor, because people will just throw it in their calendar. You know what I mean? So advertise earlier. I'm very, very grateful to all the people that came out to the concert, especially the second concert. I got way more support than I thought I would. I honestly thought it would just be like my family members. But there were some community members. Freaking, I don't know if I should be name dropping or not, but I like brought my flyers to a mall, and I gave it. It's hot. I gave it to like a Hot Topic. And one of the Hot Topic workers like came out to the show. I was like, that's so cool, man. So yeah, I think if I advertised it more, it would have been better for sure. Although honestly, I was so like freaking like nervous and stressed out and like overthinking everything that the fact that there wasn't like 100 people in that room probably helped me play a little better. Like, my first concert can be chill. That's okay. Next concert, sure, let's go crazy. Freaking 1,000 person venue. But my first one, let's just keep it on the down low. Other tips. Well, it's not really a tip, but thing you should know: you're gonna lose money unless you charge, which I wouldn't advise, because then no one's gonna come. You're gonna lose money on this. Already by default, you're losing money by like not. all the time you put into practice, right? All the time you spend like making promotional materials and writing the music and like calling venues and stuff, like that's all time is money, right? But also just like any other logistical stuff you might have to pay for, gas, pay for printing out the papers, pay for commissioning art. I commissioned, it was the same artist both times because I really didn't want to do AI art. And I never will because I freaking hate AI art. As a musician, as someone who creates music, I can't support generating creative stuff, especially when it takes money out of the pockets of a creative person. Like, was this art cheap? No, not really. It was kind of expensive. He very generous rates. I've worked with him before, so honestly, the price I paid for this wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty, like, I'm happy with the amount I paid for it, but it definitely wasn't free. And so if you're gonna go that route of having art, either have an artist friend or get ready to cough up some funds. I also commissioned my friend to make this little Korok guy. She crocheted it in super short notice. I think I literally gave her like 2 weeks to make it, but it came out so cute. Look at it. And one lucky winner got that at the end of the concert. It was like a little raffle giveaway kind of thing. I didn't advertise that well, although I don't know. Yeah. So whatever. You're going to lose money, and that's okay. Honestly, I don't mind the amount of money that I quote unquote lost for this concert. It was so worth it. This thing was so fun. I think the people that came, I think the people that participated, hopefully, fingers crossed, I think everyone enjoyed it, and so it was a small price to pay to like put this all together. And now that it's like behind me, I'm so glad that I did it, because I'm getting old, man. I'm 20 already, and I only just now had like my first concert. So yeah, I don't know. It was worth it. I guess that's the last thing you should know, is that it'll be worth it. Do it. Try that cool thing, and then when you do that cool thing, send me a link so I can check it out. I'll definitely watch. I probably won't be able to come in person, because I'm assuming you're not gonna be on island. But if you are, I'll show up. Maybe. Yeah, at least link it to me. I'll definitely watch it. Frick, man. Yeah. I honestly don't have any other notes. I think I kind of yapped enough for today. We're about to hit the 2-hour mark on this stream. It's so freaking hot in this room. I'm gonna go do homework that I procrastinated a little bit too long on. Hope everyone has a good day. I hope my freaking chapters work sometime soon. Probably not. And then keep an eye out. I'll be posting some more stuff on this channel relatively soonish, in the next 2 weeks. So if you're interested in the arrangements or like any of this kind of stuff, keep a peeper out. Keep an ear out. Yeah, I don't know. Not much else to say. Feels kind of awkward now, though. I don't want to just like end stream out of nowhere.